Just really thank all the Greeks and Crimson Chaos and the community for coming out tonight and supporting us. Really great crowd. We hope they'll keep coming back. We've had better nights. And again, I just want to thank everybody that came out and hope we can build on that here down the stretch with some really good more home games. So, but credit LSU. I thought they shot the ball really well, had balance throughout the score sheet, and have to pick ourselves up and move forward and focus at midnight like we always say, good, bad. We reset and have the toughness and character to move forward.
Coach, after a loss like this, what does the team need to do to mentally reset and get ready for Arkansas next on Thursday?
Well, like we just told them, we believe in them. That was tough, and it didn't go the way they wanted. So, every day in life, there are a lot of folks that have adversity, and it's all about your response. So we can either react or we can respond. And I have no doubt that, we'll continue to teach and coach and come back tomorrow and just go back to work. That's what we do. And their response is what's going to be important. It's up to each individual. I did challenge them there. We're going to stay positive. We're going to keep doing the things that we do. And I say this to y'all all the time. This is one game, one of 16. And those teams that can handle the adversity, there were 8 teams this weekend that feel like we do. They didn't win. So how do you handle that?
Is it a little easier maybe to get on with a game when the effort was there and sometimes it was just the shots that weren't falling? And also, how do you move on and maybe in practice or something like that, just try to get them extra reps to maybe try to work out any kinks in the shooting?
Yeah, I think, you got to credit LSU's defense. I'm not going to sit here like a lot of coaches do and say we just missed shots and we just did this and we just did that. Let's first of all credit LSU. And secondly, I thought that we did miss a couple layups there in the second that were uncontested. And, we allowed that to affect us, and it just kind of became contagious. You know how making shots becomes contagious? And we just allowed that to kind of domino on us. But, again, I don't want to take anything away from LSU's defense. And we just have to be tough enough to finish. As far as practice, we have finishing school every single day. We do our flash finishing. All the finishing drills will continue. We're not going to change anything. We're going to stay consistent, in our 3 shooting times a week. So, but again, I think you have to credit LSU's defense and just their toughness to make and finish plays. And we didn't finish enough of those tonight. And I thought that it kind of dominoed on us. Called 2 timeouts in the first half. Tried to encourage them, stay positive. But again, at the end of the day, you just got to make shots. They did, we didn't. Makes a difference.
Coach, can you talk about some of the challenges that your team had from LSU tonight to execute some of the game plans that you spoke about late last week, such as scoring and rebounding? Just what things did they do that challenged you in those areas?
I thought their perimeter players made shots. When you rebound and you can stay as close as we did, we have 15 offensive rebounds. They have 16. I thought we did a pretty decent job on Angel. It's just what we've preached to them all week long. You can't let Carson. You can't let Williams. You can't let Morris do what they did to us. And for whatever reason, I just thought we had some letdowns perimeter-wise. There's a shot clock there, 7 on the shot clock, baseline out of bounds. We're just going to give somebody a wide-open 3 instead of pressing up. So I think a little bit we were trying to coach Pelp and Spirit. They got down, just couldn't get them to understand the urgency. You don't play the score, you play the next play, and I thought we struggled to do that. Hadn't been in this situation a lot. It's tough, and we'll learn from it.
Coach, it appeared that the shooting did get better as the game went on. So do you think that potentially in the first quarter or like the first part of the game, maybe it was just a little nerves, it was just a lot kind of going on in the beginning?
I'm not sure. Again, I think the biggest thing with this, we can sit here and we can talk about and we can all come in here and try to figure it out. We're just going to hit reset. We're going to go back to work tomorrow and get ready for Arkansas. Arkansas had a tough one. We had a tough one. They got out-rebounded 74-17. I'm sure they're working on all those things. We just really got handled at times tonight in so many areas. So both of us are facing adversity. And again, what do? You respond. And we're going to have, our core leadership group play much better. Hannah, Brittany, Jada, and you bring SA into that group. We're going to have to play better and find ways to improve from tonight. Let's go back and let's focus on the positives. We've had 2 big wins here lately on the road in hostile environments. We came back, we get A&M. We've had 1-3 in a row. So let's focus on that as much as we are tonight and try to find the positives.
Coach, so there was one play where Sarah Ashley Barker was going after a ball that was going out of bounds, and she went flying into the first row. What does it mean to you as a coach to see your players, give you that much effort out on the floor?
Yeah, she's just tough-minded. She makes a lot of hustle plays, and, you just love coaching a kid like that. And I thought she brought a tremendous amount of energy. Got to try and shore up the decision-making on the fouls a little bit. But, they're in the second. We just missed some shots, and it became too contagious.
Hi, Coach, back here. Back row. So if you're looking at this game, I know it takes some time to dissect the film a little bit, but just looking at the first, third, and fourth, you were right in there, and it just seems like, as you just mentioned, things kind of fell off a little bit in that second quarter. Talking about things being positive, when you look at that, do you see the heart that these ladies have, and then also just matching up against the athleticism that obviously LSU brings to the floor? Yeah,
we kept talking in the third, win the third, and we kept talking in the fourth. At one point, the media was 13-9. A lot of positives to take away in those quarters at times, but not enough. So you just focus on all the good things. I thought Carly gave us some really good minutes. But we've got to step up and make some open looks. We missed some free throws, just a little bit, 5 for 27 from 3, and shot some air balls, a little uncharacteristic. So we'll focus on just the biggest positive we're going to take away from tonight is this is over at midnight. We got to reset, and we got to get ready for Arkansas, because you can't allow these things to linger on and be negative. And each one of us is responsible for our positive energy tomorrow. So we're going to build on the positives tonight. Obviously not enough positives, and move forward.
Is it, when you're playing 2 top 5 teams in a week span, is it a little easier maybe having this game tonight when you look ahead to South Carolina, and you can see at times you guys were in it? Obviously it's different teams, they do different things very well, but it's a little easier maybe to look ahead when you start your South Carolina prep, knowing you were maybe, without taking away the second quarter, obviously you were kind of fighting with a top 3 team a week ago.
Well, honestly, Maxwell, that's a really good question. But my only focus is understanding how Alabama needs to be better tomorrow than we were today to get ready for Arkansas. So we have our scouting divided up. I've already met on, 2 games ahead, but I'm only focused on Arkansas at this point. And South Carolina happens on Sunday. South Carolina happens to everybody in the league, just like LSU's going to play everybody in the league. And our only focus right now is Arkansas and going to Fayetteville, where we haven't had a lot of success lately. We've got 5th-year players in that locker room that need to understand what's happened there, why has it happened, how can we be better than we were when we went there before, and how can we be better than we were tonight. LSU just played Arkansas just played LSU really well at home. So, both of us have had a little adversity in this most recent game. Who can respond from it is my only focus. Thank y'all.